I know I said I wasn't going to make a video for a couple of weeks, but I also said I might eat my words, so that was fine. I left myself a get-out clause. I'm back from the north, as you may be able to see, and I'm just waiting for my daughter to come, and it is a foul day, chucking it down. So I thought I would, I've already sort of finished off another video that had been working on, and put that up. So I thought I may as well make this as well. It's regarding, if you watched it previously, about monetizing one video rather than going for partnership, because I think there's a real element of quite unhealthy change in all sorts of ways that I've perceived in those who have taken partnership. That's their choice. So it's entirely up to you what you do, but it does seem to have an impact on the output that is produced as a result. And I was also trying to see, by monetizing one video, if it had any impact, if it changed anything, if there was any kind of knock-on effect to my subscriber base, or to that anything else happened. And so this is some kind of feedback on that. But I've also realised how, I suppose I knew anyway, but it's just made it clearer how very difficult it is to work out what is actually happening, because so much at YouTube we are not informed of, and also we don't know what links are made to our channel or to our work. For example, I, for some mysterious reason, have a huge number of people regularly subscribing from India, and mainly India, but also places in that kind of part of the world, Indonesia or whatever, and I'm not sure why. As I said, I suspect it's because there's a link to some of my work somewhere or other that people from that continent see, because they never comment. So, but I'm guessing that they probably do watch, because as I said, it's a continual thing. But as regards to this monetizing one video, the main thing that happened was that I got an email from a company which is managed by one of the bosses of Google, and also sort of apparently seeks to make money for creative people through adverts on YouTube. And it was a very pleasant letter, and I checked out the website. I don't want to do that because I think that adverts are too intrusive. I think for me at least, they spoil the viewing experience. I hate them. So, I would prefer for that not to happen. But yeah, they sent me a very pleasant email, and I replied, and they actually, saying thanks but no thanks and why, and they replied. So it was all, it was all very respectful. But basically, they wanted the authority to put adverts on all my videos. So effectively, a kind of out of house partnership, I guess. And maybe that's why they did it in the first place. Maybe it was them that did it in the first place, just to sort of test the water. I don't know. But I've also had more messages from people, wanting to use my work or practice on what I produce. I've had somebody wanting to use my images in a book without paying me, just with credit. So it has had an impact, and not quite the impact that I had necessarily anticipated, though I'm not sure what I did anticipate. But I think the bottom line ultimately here is that we haven't got a clue, because there are so many things going on, as I said at the beginning, that we just are completely unaware of. And there are so many, the interwebs are so interwoven, and a lot of the things that we don't get to see. I find it quite odd that whilst we have statistics for our videos, we don't get to see all the links, and we don't get to see, for example, who favourites our videos, or we don't get to see the web, really. We are given some information, but actually not much that would be of any use to work that out, which I find quite interesting in itself. I've also noticed this standard YouTube license thing they've changed, and Creative Commons, so they've obviously latched onto the fact that people can share. I think I generally use music from CC Mixter because I think it's a good exchange. It benefits both the musician and the video maker, which is great. I think that's, for me, what the spirit of the internet is all about, really. And I don't know. I'm a little nervous about putting Creative Commons on my videos, because you don't know what people are going to do with them. There's more, you can mess more with the visual image and make people look more ridiculous. I don't know that it would necessarily be a wise move. I don't know what any of you think about that. Anyway, there's the feedback, and so I am around, but probably not very much for a little while, for a few days at least.